offsides in that moment, man. F***ing terrible. It's obviously tough to swallow. Not only for me, but just for football in general. Just to take away greatness like that. I know as fans, you want to see the guys on the field decide the game. And that's why last week I didn't say anything about the flag that didn't get called on the Marquez. And so, they're human, man. They make mistakes. But, it's every week we're talking about something. Let us play, man. Let us play the game. And then whatever happens, happens. The whole throwing the flag and deciding the game one or another, that's what hurts me. That's why, last week I didn't say anything because it's letting us play, man. Let us go out there and win the game. And I said I'd rather them let us play and go out there and see who wins. That's what you want as a competitor is you practice all week to go out there and try to win. And you want it to be about your team and that team and see what happens.
I never use any of this as excuses, but normally I get a warning before something like that happens in a big game. A bit embarrassing in the National Football League for that to take place.
Feels like right church, wrong pew. Within the context of the MVS, the MVS no call, I get their frustration, but it really feels like misdirected and misguided frustrations because this is chickens coming home to roost. The Chiefs wide receivers are the real story of the 2023 season for them. The Chiefs wide receivers, we know they can't catch, and now they don't know where to line up or know how to line up properly. This is about Kadarius Toney. This is about a trade that but for a trick play touchdown in the Super Bowl and a punt return touchdown in the Super Bowl, I believe a Super Bowl record punt return, want to give misdue, for the most part has flopped. And Brett Veach and Andy Reid have not had many mistakes running the Chiefs organization, but the way they've constructed this receiver room this year has been and will be the Kansas City Chiefs' downfall. And we saw it last night. Kadarius Toney was offside, full stop. So the players did decide it. One player decided not to be a professional wide receiver and check with the officials to see if he was lined up properly.
Look at that right there.
You can't just let that slide. Patrick Mahomes is like, yo, just let that go. And I understand why Patrick Mahomes would say that when they let blatant pass interference go against the Packers. So I get that. But the officials can't be in the business of you know what? That has no impact on the play. So we're not going to call that based on the rules. We're just going to call the ones that we subjectively decide impact the play. Kadarius Toney, he screwed that up. And neither Patrick Mahomes nor Andy Reid is in the business of throwing their teammates under the bus, but your teammate cost Travis Kelce that greatness. Full stop. So, I really don't want to hear it, from Kansas City in this case because that's on Kadarius Toney. The official did his job. Kadarius Toney did not do his job. But I do understand the larger point. As you've been talking about right church, wrong pew, you've been singing the gospel of piss poor officiating for as long as I've known you. So this is we don't want it to come down to a flag, but it could have been avoided. Because what's the old adage? Don't let it come down to a call. Don't put the officials in position to make a game-deciding call. That's what Kadarius Toney did. So Patrick Mahomes, your larger point about nobody showing up to see the officials is one that is well taken and we all agree with wholeheartedly. In this instance, your wide receiver, who is not known to be, shall we say, a practitioner of the finer points of the position, lined up offside, clear as day. That's on him. That's on y'all. That's on the organization for those being your wide receivers. They can't catch and they can't line up properly. That's y'all fault.
Yeah. You know what? I'm telling you, you hit it. You hit it exactly right when you got down to the issue. That's the issue. The issue that everybody's missing is that it's the wide receivers. And this is one of those issues that's so clear that even the character on your shirt, Huey could have
This is Riley, but that's okay.
Is that Riley? Okay. All right.
That's Riley.
Huey,
that's okay. Though.
How about this?
Well, right
how
show.
Huey,
right show, wrong character, but right show. Good for you.
Hey, Huey Huey, Riley, and Uncle Ruckus could all agree on this one. That's one of those rare issues that it's just clear. And you talk about the gospel. I've been preaching the gospel of full-time officials. Really, this Kansas City is talking about the gospel of Fannie Lou Hamer, who once said, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired." And that's really what they're complaining about. They're complaining it's not really about the officials. It's other stuff. You know, like when you're a parent and you're yelling at your kids, you're not necessarily yelling at what you just saw. It's a pattern of behavior. Some things have been on your mind for a while. And you let some stuff go. And the kids don't realize it because you see everything. And you know, I let you have that one. I let you have the other one too. I ain't say nothing about that. I let that one go. But now I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And now this is a little bit of displacement. It's displacement and misplacement. I'm going to go off on the officials. Patrick Mahomes right there cussing at the officials. Kadarius Toney, that was for you. Hey, Marquez Scantling.
Easy.
That was for you too.
Easy target. Yeah, easy target for me. Yeah. Let me vent at dudes that I don't know about, care about, or ain't got to show up to work with. Let me vent at them. Yeah. Yeah, because it's clear. He was, and I don't care about, Andy Reid talking about big game. No, man, it doesn't matter. That dude was so far offside. It's not like one of those judgment calls. Well, you can't call that in the fourth quarter. No, you have to call that one. That's pretty terrible. And so, you know what that reminds me of, Michael? Didn't we have this come up before? Didn't we have this? Was it Terry McLaurin? If it comes to, didn't we have this? Yeah. So this illegal formation came up before, and I remember that cost the Commanders a game. Might have been last year, or the year before.
Nobody remembers that. Cost the Commanders a game. Oh, they would have finished what?
Right, that's true.
What? 5-12.
But I want to be clear. I do.
Keep going.
But I do understand Mahomes is like offensive offsides. Like I ain't gonna lie, dude. Probably it wasn't before this season that I even realized you could call offsides on offense. I always thought offside was defense only. I'm a pretty good NFL aficionado, but they've called it about a dozen times this year, and I'm like, oh, offsides on offense. Usually because of the touch push. I'm like, oh, offsides on offense is a thing, huh? I'm like, okay. Clearly there's a point of emphasis. Talk about doing your job. It is your job to know where you are supposed to be lined up. It is your job as a receiver, I'm on the line, to check with the official to make sure you are lined up properly. Kadarius Toney did neither. The officials are an easy target. They are low-hanging fruit. They really need to be looking in the mirror here. Although that was a great play by Travis Kelce. That was a damn good play.
It does.
That was a damn good play.
It was a great play. It was a great play.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Rest in peace to Frank Wycheck. That was very Music City Miracle-esque on offense. So that was an amazing play.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.